Now, we would like to commence IOWN AI Fund press conference. Thank you very much for joining despite your very busy schedule. I will be serving as the MC today from Public Relations Department of NTD. My name is Sekine. Nice to meet you. Let me introduce the program of today. At the beginning, President and CEO Shimada will deliver the opening address, and the presentation will be given by Vice President Yanase. We will hear the comments from each representative, followed by Q&A. Please take a look at the video. Now, let me introduce the attendees today. Representative Member of the Board President and CEO, NTT Inc., Akira Shimada. Senior Executive Vice President, CBDO, NTT Inc., Tadao Yanase. Venture Capitalist of Silicon Valley, Mr. Yan Son. SK Telecom CEO, Yoon Jae-hon. Changhua Telecom President, Mr. Lim Ron-si. These are the speakers. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Upon opening of the event, President and CEO of NTT Inc., Mr. Shimada, will deliver the address. The floor is yours.
This is Shimada, President and CEO of NTT. Thank you all very much for joining us today despite your busy schedules. Today, I would like to explain the establishment of the IOWN AI Fund. First of all, I'd like to start by explaining the background of this fund, beginning with the broader context. The use of AI is no longer limited to training large-scale models or general-purpose business applications. It is rapidly expanding into specialized and core business operations, as well as into the realm of physical AI, such as AI agents, vehicles, and robots. Amid these changes, the use of AI is shifting from a learning-centric approach to an inference-centric one. As inference becomes more closely aligned with the actual field, performed in real time and tailored to specific tasks and data, the requirements for AI infrastructure will also undergo significant changes. And to support this distributed infrastructure, what becomes essential is the connectivity that links these components. There's a strong demand for the realization of distributed optical AI data centers that connect data centers via optical networks, enabling the efficient and flexible utilization of computing resources. The role of IOWN in optimally integrating networks, computing, and power is becoming increasingly important. And related technologies, including photonics and electronics convergence, are a growth area that will form the core of next-generation AI infrastructure. Recognizing these trends, NTT has been engaged in the research, development, and manufacturing of core optical devices, including photonics electronics convergence devices, and will continue to make steady progress in these efforts. Moreover, to build an ecosystem that encompasses the peripheral fields and provides comprehensive coverage, the IOWN AI Fund will invest across a broad range of layers, including core IOWN technologies such as photonics technologies such as optical transmission, semiconductors for AI, optical devices such as lasers, and control systems for distributed AI infrastructure, as well as software, AI models, and inference, and application services that leverage these technologies. By making these investments to build the IOWN ecosystem and promote new business creation, is indispensable for forming the next-generation AI infrastructure and industrial foundation. That is why we have decided to establish the IOWN AI Fund today. Today, joining us are Mr. Yan Song, who has been driving force behind deep tech investments in Silicon Valley, Mr. Jin Jihong of SK Telecom, part of the SK Group, which is leading technological innovation in the AI and semiconductor sectors, and Mr. Lin, president of Chongwon Telecom, who has been working with NTT to advance the international deployment of IOWN. Infrastructure for the AI era is not something built by a single company. We believe that when network providers, companies with semiconductor and device technologies, industries that utilize AI, and startups from around the world come together and combine their respective technologies and capabilities, that is when true large value is created. Through this IOWN AI Fund, NTT aims to work with our global partners to build the IOWN ecosystem and contribute to the creation of a new industrial infrastructure that will support the AI era. I seek for your continuing support. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President and CEO Shimada. Now, from Senior Executive Vice President of NTT Inc., Mr. Yanase will provide explanation on IOWN AI Fund. The floor is yours. This is Yanase from NTT, and I would like to talk about the overview of the fund. First of all, this is the awareness we have. As Mr. Shimada mentioned, the environment surrounding AI will change significantly with the advent of physical AI and agentic AI. The connectivity will be important, and around the hyperscalers of our data center, there is a larger concentration, and the users, when it becomes the physical AI or agentic AI, it will shift more toward the enterprise, such as the autonomous driving, and enterprises will try to have an AI data center on premise, and the size will be mid-sized, and GPU and memory capacity will not be sufficient. So GPU and unused GPU and memories not used at the centers, which are allocated distributed manner should be collected. So GPU, we have a large-scale development of a GPU, but when it becomes the time for enterprise, there is so much power consumption, and it is not possible to continue to buy these GPUs. So it should be smaller scale and should be operated on a real-time basis. So the AI hotspot going forward will be to connect a high-speed network, which will be optical for the distributed data centers, and also GPU and memories, which are distributed at the moment, should be managed optimally through software, not just a GPU, but what can be done by CPU should be done. So GPU, CPU, and memory and ASIC, they should be in combination, and we need to have a software which will enable the management of that. Now, originally, IOWN, we have IOWN Global Forum, and we are proposing this globally. And from that time, between devices and between boards, to converge to optical, not by electronics. So this is what we call photonics electronics convergence devices network. The optical fibers are connected by signals, but through routers and switches. After converting to electric signals, the processing is being done, but the speed slows down and it would consume power. And through various wavelengths, without changing and converting to electric signal from end to end, we will send by all photonics network, and also which are distributed in many locations. Computing resources and memories will be managed as a computing management, and those were the main technology, and NTT will work on that. As we mentioned, with the advent of AI, the world will change, and from 7 years ago, IOWN that we have been proposing is now what we are witnessing, and people are now catching up, and the power consumption efficiency will become 100 times, and the power transmission will become 125 times, and latency will become 1/200th. That is the situation. And now, IOWN AI Fund, this is something that we are planning to establish, and NTT will do the development ourselves as well. And some of the hardware and software development may be done by us, but when it becomes at this scale and speed, and not only our proprietary technology, but now all of a sudden we have IOWN related startups globally. So together with them, we are now aiming for the formation of the ecosystem. So what is the key concept? That will be the building of the global IOWN ecosystem. Now, I spoke about this to those who may have an interest. So as we have been distributing to you, those who have endorsed us to this IOWN AI Fund, NTT, SK Group in Korea, and Chunghwa Telecom, and IOWN in Taiwan, ARM from UK, and Broadcom, and in case of Japan, Fujitsu and Furukawa, and Global Foundries in the US. These are the companies which endorse us. In terms of the telecommunication companies, in Japan, KDDI also endorsed us. As the overall structure, we have investment from many countries. So in order to avoid a double taxation, we will have the fund in Cayman Island, and finding the investing companies will be done by Catalyta Capital, which is the fund management company that you see on the left. This is basically centering on Silicon Valley, providing advisory work, and also do the sourcing. It is also planning to have the office in Tokyo, but the base will be Silicon Valley. And looking at the right, Walden Catalyst is run by Mr. Yanson, and we are also trying to collaborate with them. That is because IOWN AI Fund, this is basically focusing on middle stage to growth stage, and the Walden Catalyst is good at a seed stage and the early stage, so they will make the investment from their side. Because in case of the US, there is a CFIUS related issue, and since IOWN AI Fund is not an American fund, it would take a significant amount of time. So we will not send the director level. So this is going to be middle stage. And the Walden Catalyst has the advantage, and it will provide the support to the actual management. So early stage and seed stage will be the main areas that they're going to cover. So we are going to collaborate with each other.
And regarding the investment, for now, the companies that have showed their intention to make the investment, total of 22 companies that are in here, $500 million in Japanese yen, 80 billion yen scale is the size of the responses that we're receiving right now. And by the end of this month, we will do the first close, and by the end of the year, we will do the final closing. Silicon Valley's deep tech universe, the access to it from the Japanese companies are difficult. That is why Mr. Yanson and Mr. Francis Ho, their deep tech and the people who are well versed in the optical technology wanted to join us and become our management partner. And Mr. Yanson, I was the corporate president of Samsung Electronics, and also Infi. I was the supplier of optical devices. He has experienced that company, and they have exited and became Marvel, and has become the CEO of Agilent Semiconductor, who has been exited to Broadcom. And right now, he is the outside director of Cadence and ARM. Therefore, he is at the center of a deep tech universe. This is Mr. Yanson's investment track record. Mr. Yanson and the Intel's Lip Bhutan, who's the CEO, have established the Walden Catalyst, who has succeeded in Silicon Valley, and as written here, has made investments in these various entities. So he has a well-built track record making investments. So the investment area, as Shimada spoke, the core is the left bottom. The photonics technology, such as optical transmission and semiconductors to AI accelerators and optical devices, laser, and the control of power generation, etc. And through that, and will become the manufacturing or medical, which is industry specific, is where we like to implement the technology. The investment regions, 50% in the United States and 25% in Asia, including Japan, and Europe and Israel is about 25%. So the activity center will be Silicon Valley, but the investment destination will be done in a global manner. And including NTT and the operating companies that made investment in the startup company, what is the relationship? Once the investment made, we will find out of many things. And if we say that, oh, this is really good, this is good to build up our IOWN ecosystem, and then it will not just be investment through a fund, but we'll have a business alliance or develop the service together or collaborate in sales or co-develop a product. That's how we like to start. And that's how we will be making the investments. So this ecosystem, it's difficult to imagine how it's going to be. However, but looking back, well, NVIDIA is a giant now, but up to 7 or 8 years ago, there were a company that was manufacturing GPU, just one product. But they acquired Verilux and became Infinity Band, and that was the center. And they had the network and storage. They partnered with these companies. And instead of just a single GPU product, the overall ecosystem, they have dramatically increased their business. And using the NVIDIA, well, they're using the NVIDIA's GPU. Therefore, IOWN, utilizing photonics technology, which is an extremely important technology, and the related partners for that technology, together with them, by building up the ecosystem, the single it's not a single software or device, but it will be conducting a business through the entire ecosystem is the approach that we would like to take. And with that, IOWN AI Fund, the managed company, will be Catalyte Capital. I seek your support and understanding on this. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Vice President Yanase. Now, moving on, we would like to have the remarks from Mr. Yan-son. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this opportunity to join. Shimada-san, Ineza-san, very comprehensive story regarding our investment theme, opportunities, as well as the why is it important to connect between economy in U.S., especially Silicon Valley and Japan, and Korea and Taiwan. Together, I think there is very critical AI economic infrastructure. And I think the truth is much of our economy today is depend on tech industry. 2020, only 4% of economy was based on digital economy. Today, it's over 24%. So the future of any country or any company is depend on how you adopt and how you embrace digital technology as a part of our mission. And I think the opportunity for us to work together with Catalyte and NTT IOWN Fund is really creating a bridge between the innovators, ecosystems, and startups that can be able to connect, being able to make the best companies that can be able to play. I have been investing in deep tech for a long time. And what I learned is in deep tech, it requires patience. Over 600 companies we invested, typically it takes 8.7 years to exit. So it's not 1 year, it's not 2 years, it's not 5 years, it's an 8.7 years. Very long process. It requires patience because of the time it takes to build the company from small to scale-ups to exit. So it requires a partners that can support, and you cannot do it alone. You really need ecosystem, multiple partners that can be able to carry the ecosystem. Very important, you need a partner. Lastly, it doesn't matter where the company is from. It can be from Japan, it can be from Israel, or it can be from California. What's important in deep tech is it has to be the best. Best in what they do. Only when you're the best, like NVIDIA. When you're the best, then people use your product. Otherwise, in deep tech, they do not use local champion. You have to be a global champion. So our mission is really finding the global champion. They can be able to scale up and being able to create and contribute to new digital economy. One of the reasons I'm very much interested in working with IOWN NTT Fund is because we are in a very difficult transition where the technology has been pushing the limit of copper, where the heat, the bandwidth is running out. We must have a new approach to bring out the new bandwidth, new speed, and lower power. And in the process, we can be able to contribute cooling down as well, because AI is very, very power hungry. We must feed them. We must run them more efficient way. To do it, photonics is going to be very critical part of solution. Copper to photonics. I think that is a very important part of our mission. We will invest in leading companies around the world that can be able to contribute to this journey of creating new economy. And I believe NTT's vision that started many years ago to looking at photonics, not just looking at photonics as a connection, but also materials, packaging, all the way to even looking at optical circuit and switches that could scale much more bigger than the way it's been doing it today's constrained copper world. So I see a huge opportunity. I see a great opportunity for working with NTT, as well as Japan ecosystem, and Korea and Taiwanese ecosystem to build stronger economy together. Thank you very much.
ヤンソン様ありがとうございました。続きまして SK テレコム CEO
Next, we would like to invite Mr. John Jahon, President of SK Telecom. Hello, everyone. I am John Jahon, CEO of SK Telecom. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the many members of the media who have joined us today for this meaningful occasion, as well as NTT President CEO Mr. Akira Shimada, Changhua Telecom President Mr. Ling, and Mr. Yang Song, founder of Walden Catalyst Ventures, and all our distinguished guests. There's a beautiful Japanese phrase, ichigo ichie, lifetime, once in a lifetime. For me, this encounter today is truly precious. I hope that this connection today will serve as the starting point of a long journey in which East Asia will work together to open up new possibilities in the age of AI. We are now at the turning point in civilization where AI is transforming the paradigms of our daily lives and industries and even changing the course of human history. It is no exaggeration to say that the competitiveness of nations and companies now depends on their ability to build AI infrastructure, such as AI data centers and communication networks, and to stably supply AI services to various industrial sectors. We at SK are also uniting our internal resources at the group level to strengthen our competitiveness as a full-stack AI provider offering AI infrastructure, AI models, and B2B and B2C services. We are moving forward with the construction of gigawatt-class AI data centers in South Korea and are actively participating in projects related to government selection of AI foundation models. However, the changes we are currently facing are faster and more massive than in any previous eras. AI models are updated daily, and AI infrastructure knows no borders. Data does not remain confined within the boundaries of a single company or nation. In particular, recently, regarding the stable operation of AI infrastructure, which has become a core area of AI competition, we must resolve major challenges such as enormous cost, power supply issues, and data bottlenecks. It is difficult for a single company to navigate the waves of the AI era on its own. We believe that true innovation is born not from competition, but from collaboration. I hope that today's meeting will serve as a starting point for South Korea, Japan, and East Asia to enhance their respective AI competitiveness through cooperation in the economic and technological fields. Through its participation in the IOWN AI Fund, SK Group will strategically invest in global startups possessing core technologies in the fields of AI, infrastructure, semiconductor, and next-generation communications. Going beyond mere financial investments, we will create new business models and grow together through technical validation, service enhancement, and customer acquisition, creating the new business model. SK Telecom has not only made early-stage investments in global AI companies as Anthropic, Flexity, and Penguin Solutions, but has also supported approximately 100 startups over the past 5 years to build a coexisting ecosystem. Building on these success case experiences and SK's core competitive strengths, we will actively collaborate with IOWN AI Fund partners across the AI infrastructure value chain. In Japan, there is a word of the three arrows that show a collaboration. A warlord from the Sengoku period facing his death handed a single arrow to his three sons and told them to try breaking it, and they all broke them easily. But when the three arrows were combined together, no one was able to break the arrow. This is a very famous episode in Japan. Korea also has a similar story that teaches brotherly love. I believe the same is true for all of us here today. SK Telecom, NTT, Changhua Telecom, the three worlds have become one. And through the IOWN AI Fund, many companies join forces. If that is done, we'll be able to build an even more unshakable and robust strength. I believe that today's gathering of leading ICT companies from around the world will serve as a starting point for further developing the global AI infrastructure ecosystem. Once again, congratulations on the establishment of the IOWN AI Fund. Thank you very much.
CEO ありがとうございました。続きまして中華電信プレジデントリン・ロンシー様。
Now moving on to Mr. Lee Dong-si, President of Chunghwa Telecom. The floor is yours.
各位嘉宾、媒体朋友以及在座的伙伴，大家好。
To distinguished guests, media people and partners, good afternoon. My name is Lin Long-shin of Chunghwa Telecom, President Shimada of NTT, and President John of SK Telecom, and together with Mr. Yan Son, it is an honor to have the official launch of our IOWN AI Fund. In 2024, Chunghwa Telecom and NTT had an epoch-making outcome. We were able to have the connection between Taipei and Tokyo. This innovative network had a high-speed transmission, and it was able to achieve the low latency of 17 millisecond one way. And after that, through the actual use case, this foundational technology's efficiency was verified in stages. In 2024 and 2025, beyond the borders, through immersive experience, low latency network possibility of a transformation was demonstrated at NTT R&D Forum. Real-time interactive VR experience was unveiled in between Taipei and Osaka expo site. Super kabuki performance was achieved, and it was possible to have the fusion of a real and a virtual beyond a distance amongst the performers, and demonstrated a new possibility in network entertainment. At the end of last year, there was demonstration of distributed AI computing beyond borders with with APN or RDMA. With the combination of the data transmission technology, the data sent by Taiwan was processed on a real-time basis in GPU resources in Japan. And this year, APN, 5G, AI computing were integrated, and smart traffic and medical care processing. These were the areas of applications. APN is no longer a simple transmission technology, but it was proven to evolve into communication, computing, and application foundation. From the building of a foundational network to immersive application to international cultural experience and AI computing integration, Chunghwa Telecom and NTT just continue to pave the way for consistent evolution. The future network is not just the connection of the world, but interaction, experience, and knowledge will be supported as a foundation. With the rapid progress of AI, the optimum allocation of computing resources, network performance, and energy consumption are becoming the bottleneck for constraining the industrial growth. In order to make sure to support the sustainable development of AI and reconfigure digital infrastructure for the next generation, photonics network and low consumption power architecture are indispensable. Through IOWN AI Fund, photonics network and AI utilization social implementation will be accelerated, and we will try to make sure to overcome the last 1 mile from commercialization to demonstration, and we are going to provide the support. And Chunghwa Telecom would like to play 3 major roles. First of all, as a strategic partner, by leveraging ample industrial knowledge in AI and optical communication, we will discern the startups in Taiwan and support the growth strategy on the long term. And the second one is to provide opportunity for demonstration and commercialization. We will establish large-scale open APN and AI data center, and we will provide the environment where the startups can optimize and verify. And thirdly, as a bridge to international collaboration, by leveraging the position of the board member of IOWN Global Forum, we will liaise and promote a liaison with the Taiwanese startup, and Chunghwa Telecom will leverage the strength of funding and the international network, and we are going to provide a support for the next generation of photonics network, and we will try to build the industrial ecosystem. Thank you for your attention.